My name is Honourable Mrs. Mojisolaoluwa Alli-Macauley. I'm the Chairman House Committee on Women Affairs, Poverty Alleviation and Job Creation. I'm delighted to grace this epoch-making event meant to address one of the social ills spreading like wildfire within our national shore and global society as a whole. The launch of sexual and gender-based violence virtual system could not have come at a better time than now, with astronomical increase in the number of men-to-women cases of abuse and women-to-men abuses, as well as girls to boys abuse and vice versa. The statistics of gender-based violence is not only disturbing, but also scary. Our world is fast disappearing, no thanks to all forms of violence and inhumanity to humanity. The sanctity of life is under threat due to gender-based violence. A study recently commissioned by the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development and the United Nations Population Fund and UNPFA in Nigeria, with support from the Norwegian Government, found out that 28% of Nigerian women aged 25 to 29 have experienced some form of physical violence since age 15. The Nigerian Demography and Health Survey and the Multiple Indicators Clutter Survey MICS 2016 show that 28% of them experience physical abuse, 7% of sexual abuse, 62.6% child marriage, and 25.3% female genital mutilation. Gender-based violence such as intimate partners violence, non-partner sexual assault, female genital mutilation, sexual exploitation and abuse, child abuse, female infanticide, and child marriage, according to Arango 2014, is however also not limited to women and girls. It also affects men and of course boys. It is in this regard that launching this sexual and gender-based violence virtual system today is a welcome development and a commendable one at that, so that we can applaud the Lagos State Government for doing this. By taking it on this scourge, Lagos was also the first state to introduce the multi-agency approach in responding to sexual and gender-based violence, a model that has been emulated by over 10 states in the country. Significantly, the state has been able to attend to over 7,500 survivors of domestic and sexual violence since 2015. To consolidate on these gains, the Lagos State House of Assembly is considering a piece of legislation that would ensure holistic response to incidents of Gbv. The bill will also establish the Sex Offenders Register, who has been scientifically proven to serve as deterrents and end the culture of impunity. Thus, the launch and wholesale implementation of sexual and gender-based violence will not only make reportage on Gbv possible, but with or without physical contact, but also make it faster. Same goes to the treatment and therapy. As parents and stakeholders, we must, however, go beyond this launch of this program to our various homes and families, because every abuser and the abused were once someone's daughter or son. We must also imbibe in the young boys and girls the value of love, dignity of labor, and respect for one another, irrespective of gender, creed, or race. This is the time. It is now, not tomorrow. And we can also achieve much more with this if we're half as determined as we are as agitated about this trend in no distant time. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your listening pleasure. Thank you.
Secondary girls know that there is something happening and for their own good. So they will have access to the number, they know the call center, they know where to go to and where to ask for help, especially when they have a very terrible situation in their hands. So that's what the step one is, to actually make it trickle down. Information is very important. Awareness is very key at this time. Pandemic in the last time, especially during the time of the COVID-19 lockdown, we saw the spike in the rate of the crime, so to speak. So having this kind of initiative makes people have support, they have relief, and then they know where to go for solace. The people, the survivors, now they have respite in the Lagos State administration, and it kind of shows the administration with human face. And then again, on my part as a lawmaker, it gives me a sense of more responsibility to come up with a tougher legislation that further attacks this pandemic.